Exceptions such as Desert Gold, Harper 1913, now restored as Shower of Gold, 5-star 2007, is Holderness, a Gentile and the embodiment of the Yankee business spirit that will stop at nothing to exploit the land and its inhabitants for his own profit. Almost a century later, he is still a familiar figure in the American West, with numerous bureaucratic counterparts in various federal agencies. In the end, Holderness is killed by Hare, but then Hare is also capable of pardoning a man who has done wrong, if there is a chance for his reclamation, a theme Grey shared with Max Brand. The first story in this collection is Silvermane. It is concerned with the efforts of two seasoned mustangers, Lee and Cuth Stewart, brothers, to capture the wild stallion Silvermane in the Sevier range country. A bounty of $500 has been placed on the stallion. Although it can stand alone as a story, it was actually a fragment from what was to be a novel about mustangers, a false start, if you will. The fragment is not dated, but it was probably written a year or two after Desert Heritage, since Silvermane in it is quite definitely the same Silvermane present in the novel. Black Bolly, with her name changed to Black Bess, is also quite the same mare. In Desert Heritage, when Black Bolly whistles as the men are pursuing Silvermane, August Nobb asks, "Now, boys, did she whistle for Silvermane, or to warn him? Which?" The Stewart brothers in Silvermane wonder the same thing about Black Bess. Is her loyalty to them, or to the wild stallion? Zane Grey eventually did write his story of mustangers in pursuit of a wild stallion, this time named Panguitch. His title for it was Panguitch, but this title was changed to Wild Horse Mesa when the story appeared as a 12-part serial in The Country Gentleman, April 19, 1924 to July 5, 1924. Panguitch, based on Zane Grey's holographic manuscript, will appear as he wrote it in a 5-star edition in January 2015. Grey had trouble finding a book publisher for his early work, and it came as a considerable shock to him when his next novel after Desert Heritage, Riders of the Purple Sage, arguably the finest Western story he ever wrote, was rejected by the same editor who had bought The Heritage of the Desert. In desperation, Grey asked the vice president at Harper & Brothers to read the new novel. Once he did, and his wife also read it, the book was accepted for publication, but with the understanding that Ripley Hitchcock, who had initially rejected it, would make all the changes in the text he felt necessary. Here, too, a restored version, based on Zane Grey's original text, has been published as Riders of the Purple Sage, the Restored Edition, 5-star 2005. Riders of the Purple Sage is dominated by dream imagery, and nearly all of the characters, at one time or another, are preoccupied with their dreams. For its hero, Grey created the gunfighter Lassiter, another enduring prototype, the experienced Westerner in contrast with the Eastern neophyte in Desert Heritage. Lassiter, with his leanness, the red burn of the sun, and the set changelessness that came from years of silence and solitude, the intensity of his gaze, a strained weariness, a piercing wistfulness of keen, grey sight, as if the man was forever looking for that which he never found. In this, as well, Lassiter is the prototype for all those searchers and wanderers found in Grey's later stories. Above all, John Shefford in The Rainbow Trail, Harper 1915, restored as The Desert Crucible, 5-star 2003, and Adam Larry in Wanderer of the Wasteland, Harper 1923. Hermann Hesse went east for inspiration in his dreaming. Zane Grey went west. Yes, Hesse wrote in Damien, S. Fisher Verlag, 1919, one must find his dream, for then the way is easy. However, there is no forever enduring dream. Each dream surrenders to a new one, and one is able to hold fast to none of them. In Riders of the Purple Sage, life itself, the outer world, and human evil do not permit